What up, my fellow Knicks fans? This is your guy Marcellus Ease, and don't panic quite yet. It looks like we gotta take the Jersey Turnpike for this one. No wonder they moved to Brooklyn. Richard Jefferson, former New Jersey Nets star turned TV analyst, has always had a long look on his face anytime the Knicks are bought up. He's even made statements live on television stating, "Why are we even talking about the Knicks?" while pouting and making long faces on national TV. And I've always wondered, why are you so mad, RJ? And thinking about it now, the Nets really never have been a relevant team in the New York City tri-state area, even while being the more successful team. The Nets had to share the back page sports cover underneath the Knicks. If the Knicks and the Nets were playing in the same night, and let's say around that time guys like Moochie Norris and Junkyard Dog had a great night at the Garden, they would actually get the back page sports cover over Richard Jefferson and Jason Kidd, and even Vince Carter. That has to annoy Richard Jefferson. And that was during one of the most difficult times for the Knicks through the Isaiah Thomas era, that the Nets, even with back-to-back NBA final appearances and having Jason Kidd and Vince Carter on the same team, and remember, they got Vince Carter during his prime, they still couldn't gain more relevance over the Knicks. And I remind you, around that time, the Nets were one of the most successful teams in the league, but they also was in that NBA Finals in 2002, or I believe 2003, against the San Antonio Spurs, and that was one of the lowest ratings for NBA Finals ever. So not only they couldn't gain traction in the tri-state area that they were in, but on a national level throughout the NBA, the fans throughout the different states were not really attracted to this team. The Nets of the early 2000s are like the San Antonio Spurs of the East Coast. So then, to make the team more exciting, the Nets actually acquired Vince Carter in 2005, and Jefferson played with Vince Carter and Jason Kidd from 2005 to 2008. So he got a good 3 years in, but they still weren't able to gain enough traction in the New York City tri-state area. This really has to piss Richard Jefferson off. You can hear it when he speaks about the Knicks and just some of his sentiments.
I just want anybody that questions my loyalty to the Nets, I refuse to play for the Knicks. Like Jason Kidd and Kenny Martin, they don't really care. Me, I was the one person that said, Knicks, no, I'll retire. That's why I retired. They were the one team that offered me a job, and I decided to retire.
Is this a true story?
It's true. I decided to retire instead of play for the Knicks.
How about that?
It is true.
Now, not only he threw Kenya Martin and Jason Kidd under the bus, even though they both established a winning culture within the Nets and kind of made them sort of exciting. But not only he did that, he basically told two disingenuous lies right there, that he's very loyal to the Nets. Well, he definitely joined the San Antonio Spurs for 3 years, which they defeated the Nets back in that 2003 finals. So how loyal could he really be? And then he also talked about he'd rather retire than join the Knicks. Well, after he won the championship with LeBron, the following season, the Cavaliers actually traded him away along with another bench/role player. They traded both of them away for some cash and 2 second-round draft picks. And then Richard Jefferson was waived immediately after being traded. And then he signed a 1-year contract with Denver, which he got a bunch of active DNPs, and he only played about 20 games, averaging 8 minutes a game. So he wasn't even really good enough to even stay in the league. He was barely holding on. And for the Knicks to offer him a job, I think in the back of his mind, it would have killed him if he was playing for the Knicks as a bench role player and he was going to be the most relevant that he ever was in the New York City tri-state area. I just think he couldn't fathom that shit in his head, and he'd just rather retire. But it is what it is. Richard Jefferson is just another person in a long list of media members with an axe to grind with the Knicks. Just let it go, RJ. Just let it go, man. You guys stay safe. Peace.